It's your boy Terry Rozier. You're listening to the Causeway Street Podcast. Now listen to my boys Joe, Sway, Joel, and Sean.
All right, back with another episode of the Causeway Street Podcast, your favorite Celtics podcast. We got Joel Pavone in the building, Sean Dutra, I am Joe Sway, and all is right in the Celtics world, fellas. They are on a 3-game winning streak. You got Gordon Hayward on track to be the NBA Sixth Man of the Year. That's right, I said it right here on the Causeway Street Podcast.
That's ridiculous.
Gordon Hayward coming off the bench, dropping 30 points. Get used to it, fellas. Get used to it, Celtics fans. It's not the worst thing in the world.
That sounds like a Sean take right there.
No, that isn't.
That sounds.
A Sean take would be
completely
like a off the wall type of
weird. Yeah,
it's not weird though. Embrace it. I think Celtics Nation, embrace it.
Nah, Gordon Hayward's gonna come off the bench. Yeah, I think that's cool. But I mean, Sixth Man of the Year, maybe.
Would it be the worst thing in the world if you did? Let's get into it right now. And then the tail end of this one, we'll get into in case you missed it, Joel will come back with the strong in case you missed it. We'll go around the NBA. We'll talk about some headlines and we'll get into that. But, before we get to that, let's keep it Celtics. Why is Gordon Hayward coming off the bench all year long? If he's productive, if he's putting up numbers, if he's 16, 17, 18 a night.
I hear what you're saying, but
what's wrong with that?
No, I agree with it. With that notion, but like after, it's one game. It's great. It's great that he did that.
Yes.
Great for his confidence. But after one game, you're going to say he's going to be Sixth Man of the Year? Is that what you're saying?
Now, Sway's blowing his load.
I think he's going to be he should be the sixth man of this team.
Okay.
And I think he will be a candidate because he's good enough to be one of the best in the entire league. Well, why is that crazy to say? Gordon Hayward could be the best bench player in the NBA.
By the way, Gordon Hayward should have been probably, and I mean, I think now we look at the track record. He should have been coming off the bench
to begin with.
But
at the same time,
you know what?
I disagree with that because I think Brad Stevens wanted to give him a shot. I don't think you wanted to go into the regular season saying that, okay, we're not going to give you a shot. We're going to start you all the way from the bench. Well, not to say that.
No, but that's where the turmoil came from. I really feel. The turmoil came at the beginning of the year.
No, but
because they started.
He had to go through that though. He had to find out for himself that he wasn't ready to be with those guys.
Well, do you remember
that had to happen?
Remember the preseason, right? I know there's only 4 games, but was anybody saying, I don't know if Gordon's going to fit on this first unit now? Was anybody saying that?
No one was saying that, but no one was also saying that Marcus Morris and Marcus Smart should be in the starting lineup.
No, a lot of people were saying that he should have ran with the second unit, but once the season starts, to get him back into basketball shape, so to speak. Haven't run with the second unit in preseason, but he's still a starter on this.
But what's the problem with Gordon Hayward right now? Like, what's the problem with Gordon Hayward
right now? Oh, before he went to
this season.
Well, he's still not in basketball shape.
Yeah, he's not in basketball shape for starters.
That's why it was irresponsible to start him, man. Like you put him in a spot.
You gave him a taste. You showed him.
But you could have gave him a taste.
You showed him the level
20
that
minutes off the bench. He wouldn't have been able to play that either.
No, this is my thing with Gordon Hayward. My thing is, one, obviously he's not 100%.
That would have messed with him
mentally.
Two,
he's playing against opposing second unit guys. Like that's what's going to help you in your development. And listen.
But that's exactly what I'm trying to say. But like, shouldn't have Brad Stevens seen that at the beginning of the year and understood that Gordon isn't where he needs to be? I have a team that went to the Eastern Conference Finals. I can start Marcus Morris. I can start whoever. I can ease Gordon back into this. No, he didn't do it.
That's Brad Stevens' guy. That's his boy. Like we choked about it before. Like that's his son. He's gonna give him a shot. He gave him a shot.
That's the reason why
he didn't perform at a high level.
At least I put it on Brad.
And the team wasn't winning games, so he made the decision that he had to make, which was a good one, obviously. But after what happened Saturday, but this is my thing though. After what happened Saturday night against the Timberwolves, I don't want people to start thinking, okay, well, hey, he dropped 30. He's back to, he's ready to go back in the starting lineup. No. Because
it's too late.
Underneath that headline was the starting unit performed yet again at a high level. The best that this lineup with Marcus Morris, featuring Marcus Morris and Marcus Smart, is the best that they performed at. And it's only gonna get better from this point out. That lineup, I wouldn't be surprised, or I would hate if he would have switched that up within the next week or so.
I think
keep that lineup in,
yeah.
and if that's the lineup you have all season long, then so be it. If you have Jaylen Brown coming off the bench, Terry Rozier, Gordon Hayward, if that's your new top 3 BWA players, then so be it. That's your squad. That's your depth. And even though we didn't predict that it would be like this early in the season, that's what you got. And if that's what you see all season long, and if you're still seeing wins, then
no, I think it's an early season fix.
Embrace it.
I think it's an early season fix. Like, I think moving Hayward to the bench.
I don't know.
No. So moving Hayward to the bench while he gets back up to where he should be, like, I think it's a great idea and should have happened at the beginning of the year. But, I mean, you can't keep him as a bench player.
Why?
Because
don't tell me about the money. Cause
I don't care about the money. I don't care about the money. But I'm saying if Gordon starts putting up 30 points a night, like, he's one of your.
Well, he's not going to put up 30 points a night. Kyrie Irving is not going to put up 30 points a night. I'm not.
You know
I'm
what
not
I'm saying though? Like, you know what I'm saying?
No,
like,
I see what you're saying, but what I'm saying.
He has games like he plays consistently back up to where Gordon Hayward was. When we signed Gordon Hayward, he was averaging 24 points a night.
Yeah, and he just came off his all-star selection.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Right. So if he gets back to that guy, you need to start him and play him 35 minutes a night.
Okay, so
which is fine. But what I'm saying is,
what if that guy doesn't mesh with the rest of the starters?
But I don't care about the starters. Everyone's losing their mind about the starters. The reason why the team's playing great right now is because Gordon Hayward's on the bench and Jaylen Brown's not playing. There is freedom.
That's not true at all.
No, there's freedom for the team.
The reason this team is playing well is because of the starters. They're setting the tone, and they're not falling behind.
You're literally missing the whole point.
They're not falling.
You're missing the whole point.
The point that Sean is trying to make, other than the fact that he doesn't like Jaylen Brown, is because Jaylen Brown wasn't in the mix, Gordon got those minutes.
Thank you.
Terry got more minutes.
Thank you.
Aaron Bain got more minutes.
Thank you.
So it's an easy problem to have someone not come back from an injury quickly. Like, hey, take it easy. Take your time. While we figure this out. Doesn't mean we don't need you, but let's play around with our lineup here a little bit.
It does mean we don't need him.
Yeah,
but
no, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
At the end of the day.
But that's why I don't agree with Sway's,
keep him on the bench?
No, I don't agree with Sway's, Hayward point being the sixth man of the year for the league because Brown's going to come back Thursday. He's playing against the Knicks. Already said he's coming back.
But here's what I'm saying.
But now that's why now it's up to Brad to figure this out.
I'm not saying that he has to be the sixth man of the year, but what I'm saying is if that happens, like that's a really good. That's a great season for Gordon Hayward.
First off,
if you end up being a sixth man of the year and you're not in a starting lineup, that's not a failure for him for this season. For this season, his first year back.
According to Sway, Marcus Morris and Marcus Smart in the lineup was the changing point of the entire season, and now Gordon Hayward's going to be the sixth man of the year after like 2 games.
No, I'm saying
that's literally been your statement.
Well, yeah, but you're overlooking what the starting lineup is doing. They're producing numbers that we haven't seen all season long.
But so far,
the starting lineup has put up damn near 90 points.
I get you, but
every game, but all 5 starters.
But it's only been 4 games since this starting lineup.
3 games.
Well,
with both of them, with Marcus Morris and Marcus Smart both in the lineup, it's been 3. They're undefeated, and I'm not even looking at the record. I'm looking at the numbers. I'm looking at the offensive production. I'm looking at the defense.
So why is this home?
And I get it. They haven't been the greatest teams, that they've seen throughout the regular season. But when you look at the offensive production, when you look at guys like Morris and Smart combining for 26 points, putting together 6 or 7 steals, defensively, offensively, they're getting it done. And they're blowing teams out.
Time out. Why have they been so effective?
Why have they been effective?
No, why has the team, the lineup, have been so effective?
Because they're not falling behind anymore, Sean. They fell behind every single game, whether they won or lost. They had to climb out of a double-digit deficit night in, night again, except for the very first game, pretty much. Every single game, they fall into a big deficit. Since the lineup change, teams have gotten up by like 4-5 points tops. Celtics have grabbed that lead and never looked back. So Saturday night against the Timberwolves, same thing. They went on a 10-0 run, and the Celtics responded after the Timberwolves tie the game. The Celtics responded with an 8-0 run.
Weren't they down at the beginning of the game against the Timberwolves?
5 points.
Yeah,
and that was it. We're not talking about double digits, Sean. This team fell behind in double digits damn near every single game, except for the Philadelphia game in the first game of the season.
Don't you think Brad having less? Well, scratch that. No, yeah.
Joel's coming over to the dark side. Joel's coming over to the dark side. I can see it.
All I'm saying is, don't you think Brad having less players in this rotation
he's missing one guy.
But that makes a difference, though.
Especially when they play all the same position.
I'm not saying, but listen, though. Again, I'm not jumping into your side saying that
come over to my side, baby.
No, all I'm saying is,
let's do the dango.
Brad needs to figure it out now that Jalen is back, that everybody's back healthy, and say, look, there's some nights where I'm going to need more Jalen. There's some nights I'm going to need more Gordon Hayward.
Just don't touch that starting lineup. I don't mind.
Right, but here's the thing.
Don't touch that starting lineup.
After 3 or 4 games, though, let's not get ahead of ourselves and say this is going to be the lineup for the rest of the season.
Thank you.
That's not going to happen.
Yes.
Because Brad has already said it. It's going to be a forever changing starting lineup.
No, I get that. Obviously, since we've seen Brad Stevens, that's been the story throughout his entire Celtics tenure. My point is he has that lineup that he uses more than other lineups. And this is that lineup, in my opinion. And if it happens to be this lineup all season long, I don't hate it. And I think that the production that we've seen from the starting unit is getting overlooked. I really do believe that. I don't think it's a temporary fix.
No, I would be cool if Marcus Morris and Marcus start the games and are part of the starting lineup now. I don't care. Like, that part's fine. I don't think, I really, at the end of the day, if you have a solid 8 and you have Rozier, Hayward, and Baines coming off your bench, and you can rotate 8 and they're all playing different positions, then you're good. Even if you have a guy that's asking for 10 minutes a night in that rotation as the 9th player, that's fine too. Like a Semi Ojeleye, you can plug him in.
Or Tice, something like that.
See what happens. But when you enter in somebody, and this is not because I hate Jaylen Brown. You enter in somebody like Jaylen Brown, who demands minutes. And at the end of the day, if I'm Marcus Morris, I know I'm starting, right? I know then behind me, I not only have to give minutes up to Gordon Hayward, who was an all-star, but I also have to give minutes up to Jaylen Brown and Tatum, the same thing, who was part of the team that made it to the Eastern Conference Finals last year. You can say that maybe I'm picking out Jaylen Brown from the mix because I don't really like his game. I don't really think he's going to be all-star at any point in his career. I don't think he has any future superstar potential at all. At all. That's my feelings on Jaylen Brown.
I think he'll make
but
a couple,
I don't really freaking care. You can't have 4 wings demanding minutes and not be able to say no to 4 of those wings.
Yeah, but no one's demanding minutes.
No, but they are. They are.
You think they are.
I think the way, the way you're,
it's up to Brad. No, it's not up to Brad.
Yeah, but no one's demanding minutes. I think, Sean, what you're trying to say is that these guys require minutes or a certain amount of touches
That's the
to
exact
perform
same
at a high
shit.
level.
Yes.
Yeah, but no, demanding is like, hey, coach, play me right now
play me minutes
or trade me. Yeah, exactly.
That's demanding.
Well,
especially in the NBA.
Jaylen Brown, listen to me. Jaylen Brown's
league.
smart enough to know that if Gordon Hayward played last season, he wouldn't have had the kind of season that he had. He's smart enough to know that. So if he's got to take a step back.
You think he's smart enough to know that?
Yes, he is. Because if
you think Jaylen Brown will accept 10 minutes off the bench
he's
roll?
Already said it. He's already said it. He's like, I want to get back to winning. And if it means me coming off the bench, so
for 10 minutes a night?
He's not, I mean, you're saying 10 minutes, but it's not going to be 10 minutes.
No, it would be.
Well, if Gordon, how many, one night,
wait,
if he's not feeling it, and
Gordon Hayward's now 6th man of the year, Gordon Hayward's going to be playing 20, 30 minutes a night. Then you got Marcus Morris and Jason Tatum. There is not enough minutes to go between those 4 guys at the position. That's all I'm trying to say. Like, I get what you're saying. No one's being a diva. No one's saying I demand to play or I quit. I'm just saying you have 4 guys in that position.
Okay, so let it.
Let's
see what happens. That's how chemistry works.
Fine. Let's see what happens.
And right now, the way it's working,
I will say this. I will say this. Fine.
Like, why? Do you remember 2 years ago, right? Before the season before Kyrie Irving, Celtics were 13-12. Everyone's like, blow this shit up, start from scratch. Isaiah is not the guy to lead this team. Avery Bradley's forever injured. And what happened? They won the East. They fucking had the best record in the East. I know it's only 53 games. I get that. But with that type of talent that Brad Stevens had, or was, he's never had anything better than that at that point. But now with this roster, where last season Kyrie was out a majority of the season. Gordon Hayward was out the whole entire season. No one expected anything out of these guys, and they made it to Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals. This time around, all the expectation, all the pressure's on Brad. And I'm gonna keep saying this until we see results. It's up to Brad to figure this shit out. It's up to him.
No, it's up to Brad to figure out who the best 2 players are out of the 3 of Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and Gordon Hayward.
Like in certain situations, they're gonna play the Knicks again. All right,
Don't worry, Celtics fans. No Trey Burke, so you don't have to worry about that. Don't worry about that.
I'm pretty sure Brad already knows.
That's fine. Enes Kanter's gonna have a golf on everybody in that game, man.
I'm pretty sure Brad's gonna
be like, bust a
we're not gonna have the same lineup that we had against the Knicks in certain parts of the game. So I think Brad is smart enough to figure that shit out.
Okay, I will say this. I feel like
you're not feeling the lineup, man.
Just because Jaylen Brown's coming back doesn't mean he's going to play 35 minutes against the Knicks. He's going to slowly work him back in.
I'm going to back off. I'm not going to back off Trey Jaylen Brown take, but I know no one literally agrees with me right now. Just give it a couple months and you'll fucking agree with me, all right?
Yeah, some people.
But what I will say,
some people that want to trade Gordon Hayward too. So
well, that's stupid because that doesn't make any fucking sense.
Or trade, Terry Rozier just because he's someone that's not gonna.
Here's the thing:
fit into his role.
If Terry Rozier gets traded, guess what?
Zach. That's right.
Guess what? You still have a log jam at the wing. You don't have a log jam at the point guard. Terry Rozier's a great backup point guard. Let's fucking walk at the end of the year. This is the dumbest thing in the world to trade Terry Rozier right now.
That's why he's playing 20+ minutes.
He's
because
insurance.
There's minutes there. There's minutes there. Thank you. Thank you.
It's insurance.
No, anybody who says trade Terry Rozier is an idiot and is avoiding the problem. That's like having cancer and saying, I stubbed my toe. I need to get surgery on my toe. You know what I mean? And ignoring the cancer. You know what I mean?
Depends where the cancer is, but I get what you're saying.
But you hear what I'm saying. Yeah. You avoided the main problem. Anyways.
All right.
The number one reason why the team is...
go ahead.
I'm going to be positive now. I'm going to be positive. I've got off my Trey Jaylen take. I'm not going to say it anymore. I'm done with it. You guys can bring it up. Just don't bring up Jaylen Brown around me, okay? If you don't bring it up, I won't ever bring it up again.
Bring it up, but we get it. We get it. We won't.
But I think that's what gets Celtics fans so pissed off, man. Because you're constantly, it's like this campaign of yours that you've been having.
But it's a campaign that I've been having because everyone blows their load over Jaylen Brown for no reason.
It's not even that. People get.
Oh, look at it! He dunked so awesome. He needs to be on the team forever.
But people know that you don't like him, so then it's easy to just be like,
fair,
Sean. Doesn't matter what you say, yada 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 yada.
Hey,
or when they do win, when he's in the lineup, what are you gonna say now, Sean? It's because you put a target on yourself on that.
Maybe
people also don't like your Kyrie takes too.
Maybe they should have drafted Jamal.
People don't like a lot of things.
People don't like a lot of takes from Sean.
Yeah, because guess what?
I blame fatherhood. I think Sean's just been a little more on the grumpy side this year.
No. I just think that everyone's
you're about a season or two away from being the get off my lawn guy, man.
No, I'm not on a get off my lawn guy at all.
The Eastwood of the podcast now. I don't know.
No, I just think that.
But start calling us punks.
You start driving a Gran Torino.
Sean's fathered in, man.
No,
what happens.
That's not.
That's what happens when you're sleeping 3 hours a day.
No, but it should have been.
What happens?
It should have been in reverse. You should have been like, you know what, guys. I've been too hard on Jaylen Brown. I'm waiting for that. I'm waiting for that one day.
No, once Jordan calls him daddy for the first time, he's going to be like the happiest.
By the way,
the happiest guy in the world.
By the way,
like,
no.
I know the Celtics are below 500, but you know what? I think they can still make it.
I think everyone needs to understand who Jaylen Brown really is.
Relax. It's not Jaylen Brown's fault.
That's somebody's son.
Like, Sean, we're not talking about Jaylen Brown right now. But still,
somebody's son is out there.
I recognize that I've been way too hard on him.
No, I will.
Namaste.
I will never say that. But I will say, if people want to start fucking whining and shit, like,
yeah, you don't give a fuck.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, exactly. There he is.
Listen to me. Listen to my preseason takes where I was right there whacking my with all you guys out there. There's gonna be an NBA Finals team, yeah. But the team has sucked coming out the gate.
You didn't say they were gonna win it though.
I didn't say they were gonna win it. But the only reason why,
everything but that though.
The only reason why is because of the Golden State Warriors and DeMarcus Cousins. But I'm just gonna say, if you're sitting here,
everybody jumping off the Golden Gate Bridge because of what's going on with the Warriors right now.
Say what he's gonna say.
Maybe if you're sitting here saying like, "Oh, everything's cool right now. We'll figure it out. It's no big deal." No, that was what you could say like 10 games into the season.
What I'm saying is that
when you get to 20 games into the season,
that's what I'm telling you.
Then you still. But what I'm saying is that everything that I'm saying to blow it up and change it up should be accepted by everybody to just see, well, maybe it'll work. Because right now, you were fucking 11-10 a week ago. You were 11 and fucking 10.
But it's only 2 games later. You know what I'm saying? Like, you looking ahead. We didn't even finish the week to look ahead to start.
I went off.
I went off. Episode.
Yeah, you went over, so that we're not even looking ahead tonight because
I'm just saying.
No, my point is,
motherfucker looked all the way to Christmas.
I do want to get back to my positive point, which I'll do after this.
Okay, but
no, he's gonna forget it. Let him go.
No, but since you brought up the 11-10 a week ago, now 13-10.
Thank you, Jaylen Brown.
But because of all the hype, expectations,
4-0 without Jaylen Brown.
You're mad, as a lot of Celtics fans are. Understandable. But again, I know it's the beginning of December, but it was still, the majority of it was played in half October and majority of November. Still early, because I think even if,
have I ever said the Celtics aren't going to get to the finals?
No, you just want to trade the whole squad sometimes. So I feel like,
no, I want to trade Jaylen Brown.
Just him?
You talked about trading Kyrie. You talked about trading fucking Brad Wanamaker.
No, I would never say trade Brad Wanamaker.
You hated his name. You said that it's just
I love this
funny
name. It's a funny name.
You want to make a trip up to Maine just to have like a weird sign for him to see.
You never heard of, a black guy named Brad, things like that.
I said Chad.
I
said Chad.
I heard Brad. I'm sorry. My bad. That was on me.
What kind of black guy's named Brad?
I said Chad, guys. Jesus.
I agree with that though. Chad, that's a rare.
Okay.
It's very rare you see a black guy named Chad. Yeah.
Unless they're from Chad.
Well, look here, Chad.
Yeah, exactly. The only white guy in the mad real world in that skit in Dave Chappelle's show. All right, let me ask this.
Wait.
At one point, or do we reach a point where we see someone like Jaylen Brown or Terry Rozier say, you know what, guys, this situation isn't for me. Maybe it'd be best if we part ways.
False.
Never?
Neither.
Not even Rozier.
Not even Rozier.
Sean, Rozier on a contract year.
So
Zach right now is somewhere pulling his hairs listening to this, but it's
especially,
I want to go back.
Let me put a little caveat in there. Especially if we're in January or late January
and
he hasn't turned it around. He's still 7-8 points a night.
No, man.
22 minutes a night.
Terry
Same
Rozier is all about if Kyrie stays healthy. You just said
you think he's like waiting for him to like get hurt?
No, you just said I was all like trade everybody. No, I said trade Jaylen Brown because we have too many wings.
But you want Kyrie to be the guy.
No, but listen,
you want
Terry
Rozier to be the guy. You want Rozier to be the starting point guard.
I never said trade Terry. He said trade Kyrie.
And I said
exactly.
Trade Kyrie because he's injury prone, and I don't think that we should sign him long term. So I also said in the same breath that I said that, I said if you want to play him through the season, fine. But I would rather sign Terry Rozier over Kyrie Irving. I'll leave it there. Leave it there. Cause Kyrie could win you a championship if he's healthy. If he stays healthy, great. This will be the first year that he's healthy the entire year.
No, yeah, his whole career. Yeah, you're right.
That's what I mean. So if he can play a whole 82 and then all 16?
He's never played more than like 60, if that?
16 wins in the playoffs?
He's never played fucking 30 in college. Like, he never.
All I know is that we're getting to the point where Kyrie's about to get injured. All right? And the team hasn't figured it out yet. You know what I mean? That's not a good place to be.
So that's why Terry's waiting in the wings.
So Terry, this is getting back to Terry Rozier.
I don't like this narrative.
No,
whatsoever.
this is getting back to Terry Rozier.
If Kyrie gets hurt, that's a huge problem for this team.
Terry knows.
Terry knows Kyrie's going to blow his knee out.
No, not that. But I'm just saying.
Terry knows that Kyrie is injury prone.
Quiet. All I'm saying is Terry knows either way. If Kyrie gets injured,
he's got screws in his knee.
Quiet. They removed them. If you were paying attention,
Terry knows Native Americans
removed,
are not long for the NBA.
Had an infection, had to be removed. Pay attention.
by natural medicine.
Little Mountain is having a mudslide soon. It's mudslide season.
No, Terry knows either way. If Kyrie stays healthy or not. If he demands a trade.
Who?
Terry Rozier. If he demands a trade.
He'll be stupid to do that.
Exactly. That's hurting his value.
because you're going to the Suns.
Yeah.
Like you're not going to play in the postseason.
That's hurting his value.
And you get dragged
back. He's going to be, and I don't care what anybody says, he's going to be valuable in the playoffs, come playoff time. You need someone like Terry
Hey,
Rozier.
listen, I've been the guy saying that he's streaky, that it's only a matter of time before he turns things around. So I'm still waiting for that.
May I say something too?
Yes.
If you are we gotta start Marcus Smart.
That's me.
If you trade
Dumb
Terry
shit.
Rozier, you can't start Marcus Smart. Marcus is your backup point guard at that point.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Unless you want
He's your main ball handler.
Brad Wanamaker, cake, yeah.
Where's Shane Larkin when you need
Yeah,
him?
where you really need Shane Larkin, he's always absent. That's why they cut his ass.
Or he was gonna make like $3 million over
like Turkey.
instead of trying out for a team. He figured, let me go to Turkey and
I do love Shane
Make
Larkin.
$3 million.
I do love Shane Larkin.
yeah, it's a good dude.
He was a great guy. Smokes fat blunts all day.
Wait, what?
Is that true?
Yeah.
Oh man.
No.
Nah.
Yeah. Shane Larkin smokes mad weed, bro.
Yeah.
Nah, man. It's fake
Yeah.
news, bro.
How long does he take to roll a blunt? Because he has OCD, so it must take a while.
No, it's perfect every time.
If he drops it, he has to go buy a whole another one. Buy a new bag. Nah, man, the weed's done, bro. Can't
No,
smoke
Shane,
this.
Shane Larkin also was talking mad shit about Kyrie.
This is not true. Why are you saying these things?
No, he was
Why
like,
do you say these
he was
things?
like, Kyrie thinks he's Uncle Drew. He thinks he's everyone's
It's
uncle.
stuff like this, Sean. It's things like this.
No, leave it in. Leave it in.
All right.
Wait. I never get to my Marcus Smart point.
Oh, what do you got? Is this the positive Marcus
This is my
Smart
positive thing.
point? Yeah, because nothing but positive things you can say about Marcus right now.
No, I'm gonna say this.
He always says nothing but positive things about Marcus.
I know.
I'm gonna say this. The reason why the Celtics are winning, in my opinion, is because Marcus Smart has started to break out of his funk that he was in for the first couple weeks of the season. Remember how I said I don't like contract Marcus? Like I didn't like the way he played to start the contract, but ever since he's found his mode, like
In the starting lineup. Yes.
no, not even in the starting lineup.
Yes.
But yes, that's helped because I think that's built his confidence up. But the way he's been playing in the past, I don't know, 2 weeks, I would say, probably 2-3 weeks, he was the best. He didn't start against the Mavericks. He was the best player on the floor against the Mavericks.
Yeah, that was the last game he didn't start. Yeah.
Right. And against the Knicks, the week before, the game before, he played very well.
Yeah, because he still didn't start back then.
That's what I'm saying.
Before Saturday.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like, it hasn't been just because of the
Yeah.
starting lineup.
Yeah.
It's because Marcus Smart is starting to
Also,
play well.
Didn't start.
So,
Well, a couple things. Shot selection, for starters, has
Right.
been
better.
completely like 180 in terms of what he used to do last year.
Yeah.
And the second thing would be
Not
he's
gonna
like
hear me try to preach to that no more, man. I'm
He's
off that.
He's been
I'm
a
off
better
that.
he's been a better facilitator. Like he's been a way better passer. Do you remember when Marcus Smart first came in the league
response to that
and
all
people were like, "Oh, this is it. This is Rondo's replacement." This guy's like, "Wait a minute. Smart isn't a point guard. Like
No,
you
he's not a
can't
point
make
guard.
him a point guard." But this season has easily been his best in terms of facilitating, being a main distributor, a ball handler. Like he's done it all.
Looking for that extra pass.
Right.
That
Hockey
you
assists.
saw a
He
little bit
stacks
of that.
those hockey
You
assists.
kind of saw a little bit of that last season when he wasn't punching things, but
Yeah.
Now, when he punched things, he turned into the Hulk, man. So,
He also knocked off about 10 or 12 million off his new deal. But,
not gonna lie
No,
though.
but
When he
the
punched that
playoffs-
window,
I mean, tell me why else would a lot of teams not even like pick up the phone to talk to Marcus Smart? Because to me, I think that was a blessing in
No, but
disguise for
the
the
playoffs-
Celtics.
he did pretty
playoff
well.
Marcus was pretty well.
He did
He
pretty
played
well.
That's true.
Playoff Marcus literally changed
When
the
he joined
entire
the team in
Bucks
the second,
series.
when he joined the team,
He changed
yeah,
that
at the end of the
series.
Bucks series. That's
He
true. Yeah, I
changed
was going
the
to say the Sixers series.
No,
but the Sixers series, he closed the door on those guys.
See, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. I don't believe. That's for another day. I'll talk about it another day.
You want to save it?
Yeah, I'm gonna save that.
All right.
Because I just get some bad vibes about this team, man.
Oh, all right.
But that's for another day.
My positivity lasted about 45 seconds.
Tune in next week and we'll see where Sean is. Depending on how the Celtics do against the Pelicans,
Hey,
my bet that negativity will come spewing out. All right. Let's switch things up. In case you missed it, it's been a while. Joel's back. He's scrambling, but he's getting some
but
news.
It's
Take
time.
a trip across the NBA
In case you missed it, I was on sabbatical, guys. I'm back.
and talk
Oh yeah.
about
Wait, in case you missed it,
headlines
where the fuck
throughout-
have you been, Joel?
throughout the league.
In case you missed it, Danny H who continues to look more and more like a genius these days, for not taking Markelle Fultz and trading away the number 1 pick in 2017, as Sean's boy is now out indefinitely for the Sixers with what they're calling a nerve condition between his lower back and upper chest. And
I knew there was some reason why he wasn't playing well.
According his whole NBA career.
How you gonna play with a nerve condition?
All right. And according to his lawyer/agent, which is kind of weird, by the way, I don't know why a lot of people don't mention that, but anyways, that has affected his shooting mechanics.
Of course it would.
His whole life. No,
of course it would.
I don't believe you. I don't believe you. Get out of here.
It's called thoracic outlet syndrome.
No, it's called trying to get a new contract with another team and trying to sell yourself that you have a medical condition.
It's weird
when you just forgot how to play basketball.
It's weird that this has come out less than a week from a report that the Cavs were looking to trade for him, and among other teams, but the Cavs were.
Can I tell you what Raymond Brothers said?
They're trying to save his stock. They're trying to say that it's a medical condition.
Shoot, what did Raymond
instead of his mechanics.
So Raymond Brothers, that's his boy.
Okay, what do you say?
Where are you going with this?
No, trust me. Raymond Brothers is his agent.
Slash
Markelle Fultz has
slash lawyer.
Yes, slash lawyer, slash doctor, slash cook.
His caretaker.
slash.
All right, he's Markelle Fultz.
Washington booster.
That's his guy.
His driver.
Yeah. Markelle has been diagnosed with neurogenic thoracic outlet syndrome, a physical injury. TOS affects the nerves between the neck and the shoulder, resulting in an abnormal functional movement and range of motion, thus severely shoot a basketball.
So you sound like a diabetic Southerner right now, bro. That's what you sound like.
So Raymond's from Louisiana, apparently?
That was Adrian Wojnarowski. I just read it in Adrian Wojnarowski's voice. That's it. Yeah.
Uncanny. Sounded just like him. Spot on.
I don't know what I was trying to go for there. Raymond Brothers or Adrian Wojnarowski. So I just mixed the two, you know. I felt like I did a pretty good job.
So,
anyways,
now that the 76ers have to start JJ Redick now because
want me to read it as Meek Mill?
No. Mark is out.
Mark is out. Got thoracic automatic surgery.
Nerve damage, baby, rocking up.
Prayers out for Markelle Fultz, please.
Oh, did you hear?
Or the slower version. Markelle Fultz got a nerve condition. He ain't gonna make it. Go and seek position.
Maybach music.
Those are the two Meek Mill flows right there. That's it. That's his career right there.
He's either yelling or doing what you just did.
Yeah, I don't even know what do you say? But hey, shout outs to him though. The album's not bad.
Robert Kraft gets shout outs on the album.
He did.
You hear that?
It's a pretty good album. It's not bad. I heard a couple times.
That J verse though?
Yes.
Woo! The J verse.
You know about that J verse?
Woo! It was alright.
Happy birthday, Jay.
You know what I love? It was alright.
It was alright.
What?
That's pretty good.
Killed it. It was like a history lesson, and then he had bars with it.
He's got the same feeling about Jay than he does with like Jaylen Brown, isn't he? Is that
No, I
No.
I love Jay.
You don't want to trade Jay? Okay, all right.
No.
I'd probably trade like current day Jay, but he's done enough that he doesn't.
Yeah, he's earned Sean's respect throughout the years growing up. But also, what I love about the album too, how he has beats from like that old school '90s shit. You know what I mean? Like he got the Dead President's beat.
Yeah.
He got the What's Beef beat from Biggie. Like,
it'd be nice if he just created his own beats. You know what I mean?
I know, but with today's climate, man, today's hip hop, I'll take that over the shitty ass same beat that's looped through trap music beats, and you know what I mean? Like he went a different route. He didn't go the traditional like trap beat. Exactly.
How many times did he say "gang gang" on the album?
At least 77 times.
Yeah. Well, then I don't fuck with it.
And it's also a 19-track album. Like if that's so 90s in itself, right there. Like it's just no one makes a 19-track album anymore.
Mm-hmm. In case you missed it.
At least your Migos.
In case you missed it. Fred Hoiberg has been fired by the Bulls.
Oh Oh shit, Sway.
After a
That's too
5-19 start
That's too bad.
and a 115 and 155 overall record
Sway, what'd you do to him?
Yo,
while coaching in Chicago.
Oh, come on, man. His squad wasn't even completely healthy.
Hey,
No,
hey,
it's
wasn't
all
even
because
completely
of Sway.
healthy.
Hey, we all remember
Yep.
back in the 2017 playoffs
Oh yeah, we do.
when Freddie bitched about Isaiah Thomas carrying the basketball, and our very own Sway asked him about it
What happened?
in Game 5. This is Game 5, right?
It was. And I thought he was going to lose his job after that season.
At the
but
Garden.
he bought himself another year and a half.
He did somehow buy himself a year and a half.
Yeah. You know what it was? I think it's because Rajon Rondo left and Dwayne Wade was gone. It was like, all right, here's your clean slate. No more excuses here, you know?
Sway, let's go back to that day. How did you feel after he walked away? What was your initial reaction? Are you going to play it?
Yeah.
All right, we'll wait.
For those that don't remember, here's a little clip from that fateful day.
Joseph Pavone, WEEI.com, and Causeway Street blog. Fred, did you see Isaiah carry the ball at all in this game?
No.
Ooh, just walked away. He just walked away.
How'd you feel after doing that, Sway? What was your initial reaction?
My initial reaction was
you got this guy fired pretty much.
Dude, I was freaked out, man. I didn't know if I did something wrong. I didn't I wasn't used to seeing that. And then when you have literally 35 media members all turn around and look at you like you just committed murder. I don't know. It was weird.
What?
And then immediately after that,
Shut the conference down.
5 seconds later, I just started smiling. I'm just like, this is hilarious. Like, why did he just get that mad? Why was he just so pissed? And then after that moment, after thinking about that, I'm just like, wow, that was soft. That was a soft response.
I remember watching
and then it hit
live.
me. That's when I was like, you know what? I didn't do anything wrong. Like that.
I remember
Why did he
watching
walk
live.
away like that? That's ridiculous.
I fucking just started dying laughing.
I watched I watched
No
live.
live.
And I
was
think
like, oh shit.
No
I had
live.
the same reaction as Sway.
A minute
For the
later, my
first 5 seconds, I
phone
was
went
like-
off. My phone
for
went
the
off.
first 5 seconds, I was like, yo.
And mind you,
Like, this dude's in trouble, right?
yeah.
Yeah, I was like, yo, Sway. Not that you were in trouble or anything, but
I'm thinking Celtics PR or Bulls PR is going to approach me.
I wasn't even thinking that. I was just like, yo, Sway. Cross the line there. Just for a second, I thought that, and then I was like,
Right, exactly.
And I was like, no, wait a minute.
You think about it over and over again. I'm like, wait, that wasn't a
What did
bad
he
question.
ask?
Yeah.
I was like, no, Fred Hoiberg's a bitch, man. And I was like, yo, this guy. But I was watching with my mom and shit because it was it was Game 5, right?
Yeah.
Right around Easter and shit.
Yeah. Cause first
So
round. Yeah.
I had just put it on, and it was one more question before Sway's question. So I thought it was literally just 2 questions, and he got pissed and walked away. I was like, oh shit, he fucked up the conference. But I'm still the post game shit. I was dying. Like, oh yo, what a bitch.
All I know
He
is
fucking stood up
Sway.
and walked away.
You should have been calling into fucking Chicago radio shows this week and just talking about
They
it.
didn't want to talk to him.
No, he's saying this week,
Oh,
right
this week.
now.
At post fire, they're like, yeah, Fred Hoiberg did suck. You should have been like, yeah, motherfucker. I tried to fucking tell you guys
Nah,
that.
they weren't around to hear that shit though. Remember how much heat I got? That was ridiculous, man. All by Bulls fans.
Yo,
Get the fuck outta here.
you did get a lot of heat from that.
Mad
but,
heat.
But you did get a lot of praise too. You asked a real question.
Not from Vincent.
Well,
Yeah, exactly.
What's his name? Vincent Goodwill?
Goodwill.
Vincent Goodwill
Come on,
fucking
man. Put me on blast.
Goodwill fucking
Put me on blast on local TV.
Yeah, on NBC Sports Boston.
That was some shit.
Draper knows what's up. Draper knows what's up though now.
Yo,
Now he
speaking of
does.
Draper, why is he doing Chicago Bulls games from time to time?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, that is weird.
Draper's not good at play-by-play.
I'll ask
Oh
him.
no, he's awful. Sorry,
He's
Draper.
fucking Draper, friend of the show.
Thank
Love
God.
you. Just
Come on, he'll get
Yo,
better.
Thank God.
He'll get
no,
better.
he needs to get better. He
Yeah,
needs
he'll
to
get
practice
better.
that shit.
Thank God.
He's got the
Gorman
skills.
figured out
He got the
his
skills for it.
contract situation.
Yes, 3 years. He's there for
Extended
another
that
3
shit.
years.
Now he's back.
Who?
Mike Gorman.
Oh, nice.
But it means he's gonna have a lot more vacation.
Yeah, I love how you took the whole Thanksgiving off. Good for him.
No, that's his thing. That's his
His team
thing.
is whack right now.
No, that's his thing. He
Shit
said
to do.
I'm gonna take vacation a lot more.
Well, not only that,
I'm
but
not getting paid as much. I'm gonna do it for the
sick
next
of
3 years, but I'm gonna
celebrating.
take vacation.
Not only that,
whenever
but
I
it's the first time in over 30 years that they weren't at home after Thanksgiving. So he's like, "Oh, you guys on the road this year? Nah, fuck that. I'm chilling."
Yeah.
It's like I'm always home with my grandkids. Fuck out of here.
Right? I go to the garden, do a matinee, come back.
that was probably his point of contention. He was like, I'm not gonna resign this year. It's like, unless you give me vacation, I'm not gonna resign. They're like,
Taking
They're
mad days
they're
off.
like, they're like, fine. We just have drapes on that.
Man.
You're like, yo, Mike wants days off. Abby's pregnant. Like, man, we're thin right now.
And Scary Terry for the dunk. And I'm like, oh.
Whoa! Look at Jason Tatum getting his out there, huh?
He's like,
everyone's just like,
T. Rose for 3. I'm like,
oh,
you calling him by
there's Kyrie Irving making LeBron James forget about him. Oh,
Throwing mad shade right now. How did this get to
love
be
you,
all about
Draper.
Draper?
We love you, Draper.
Love you, Draper.
Oh, man.
Come back on soon.
Drapes.
And retweet us.
Drapes will be all right.
right.
Drapes will be all right.
Drapes needs to practice though.
When Scal calls you out, you need to practice.
Scal called him out. Scal called him out.
By the way,
Scal don't need to be calling anybody out.
Scal sucks.
I know. That's what I'm saying. That's what I was getting at.
I'll let Sean say that.
Yeah, Scal. I'll never forget when I went up to you and was like, "What's up, Scal?" And you were like, "Hey!" and walked the fuck away after not even finishing your hey. Like,
did this really happen, or
Yeah.
this is one of your things? Or you're just saying?
No, I was in Ace Ticket, and he was in the studio. I walked. It was weird. I was the only dude in there. I was
I
like,
understand. I feel you.
I was like, "What's up, Scal?" And totally not. Didn't start drinking yet. Wasn't like the drunken weirdo guy. I was just like, "Hey."
Didn't start drinking yet.
I was like, "What's up, Scal?" And he was like, "Hey," and then as he was saying "hey," it was like he was saying "hey" to me and all of the attendants at Ace Ticket, and then just walking the fuck out
You
the
took
door.
that shit personal.
Yeah, no. And then I realized, like, I don't know.
You were
Scal
like,
thinks
Scal ain't
he's
shit.
smarter than everybody.
Yeah,
and, like,
it hit you. You're like,
yeah.
Scal ain't shit.
Just because you're better at basketball than most human beings doesn't mean you're an NBA player, because you're not an NBA
That's all
player.
right, man. Yo, call him out next time and be like, yo, at least I'm not, losing my hair. Calling up Dr. Leonard. Yeah.
Nothing wrong with having to call up Dr. Leonard.
Yeah,
You
man,
never
I don't
know what's
think
going to
that's
happen.
I was trying to help you out, man. Fuck all
I don't
that.
think that.
No, I will.
I don't think that's a good clapback. I don't think that's what you wanna-
say the way to clap back at Scal is, I would rather listen to Amanda Plufgard than you talk about the Celtics.
What did you just say?
What's her name?
Flugrad.
What did I say?
You said Ploof.
You pronounced it
That was
with
the
P.
P, bro.
Yo, she killed it. They need to. All right, I don't want to get into this.
No, let's get into it. I'm in it.
Chin?
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Fucking been saying that shit
That
for
needs
4
to-
seasons.
that
I
needs to
love
be her
Abby.
job.
I love Abby.
Yo,
I know
get it.
Amanda-
She's cute and everything. She's got to go.
No,
Can I
listen, I know
tell you-
Amanda personally, and she works her ass off. And honestly, I could tell you guys, both of you guys, that like
You suck.
that she no shut no shut up. Don't even. I could
give
tell you
the-
too
give
honestly
the business?
that through her craft, like she's legit. Like I just think she's a rising star, and that she's.
Let's get her on.
You mean she takes her job seriously, right?
Let's get her on the
I don't- I
podcast.
just
Let's
say
get
all
her on the
that,
podcast. Let's
Joel.
get her on the
I'll
podcast.
just get her on. You want to get her on?
Yeah,
I'll
we'll get her on. You know what?
I'm not gonna say all that, Joel. I'm not gonna say
Amanda-
she doesn't take her job. Abby takes her job seriously. She
No,
just.
Abby takes her job very seriously.
I just think Amanda.
She takes her job really seriously.
Time out. Can I?
I just think
I'll say-
Amanda
let me say
Amanda
my
could do a
piece.
better job.
Yes.
I just think that
Thank you.
she's got a window here, and when Abby, gives birth to her second child, I would love to see Amanda more often. That's all I'm saying.
When a sideline reporter stays in Boston and falls into the hearts of Boston, you have a 3-year window. There has
You're talking about Abby?
There has never been a side. Let's look at Heidi Watney. Let's look at Jenny
that was-
Dell.
that was actually my
Let's
next
look
point.
at
All
Hazel
of them
Maisel.
have- all of them have
Hazel.
moved on.
Hazel May.
Hazel. I almost said Hazel Maisel. Hazel May. Look
all
at
moved on.
everybody just gets.
bigger
You know
and better
what?
things.
You know what? Like, I love doing this, but I got to move on because I got to advance my career. Like, and at the same time, like, I didn't want to see Greg Dickerson or Willie May
Or Eric Freed.
or Eric Freed on
No,
the
I'm just
sidelines.
kidding.
You know what I mean? Like, I didn't like that either. Like, those.
creepy looking dude.
Remember when Willie Mays was like, "Hey, I'm over here. We're talking about." It's like, yo, why do you have a headband on? All I'm saying is
Why are you
there is
here?
a shelf life, and Abby Chin, I love Abby Chin. She's literally one of my favorite people on television. I would like to see Amanda Plufgard. When Amanda, hold on, let me say this.
They're not coming on a podcast.
Flu
now.
grad,
You
bro.
had- You had
Flu grad?
You had 2 opportunities.
Hold on.
Poof grab.
I'm just
Don't pronounce the P.
I'm just
Pretend
like-
the P's not there.
I'm just like pronouncing like some random, like some rare Pokemon right now.
You cut a poop grab. Know what it is also though?
The other
The Celtics have never had a female sideline reporter. I think that's what it is too. So everyone fell in love
Before
with Abby.
Abby?
Yeah. Who's the last one? No one. It's always a guy. It was always all guys.
yeah.
They had that one chick. What was her name? She used to be in the studio, but she was never in the sideline.
I can go in right now on Abby, but I'm gonna keep it to myself.
Yeah, you should.
I'm gonna keep it to myself
Because no one will agree with you.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
You think it's bad that I say trade Jaylen Brown? You go in on Abby, man. You get fucking knives in the back of your neck.
Right, but everyone lets us everything. She gets a pass because she's cute and she's got a little belly now. And no, fuck that.
Oh, you just stay over there.
Yeah, I will stay over here. In case you missed it.
What else we missed?
Amanda Flugard.
It's getting better.
What is it?
Flugrad.
Flugrad,
yes.
Amanda Flugrad crushed it the other day.
Killed it, right?
Crushed it.
Killed it with the back and forth with Scal and the joking around. Like it's like natural.
Well,
natural.
That's because
Scal's a creep. Is that what you're going to say?
No, but that's a difference between someone.
Scal's like fresh blood.
He's drooling over that shit.
Yeah. Talk to me, Amanda.
No, that's the difference between somebody.
You saying everything that matters right now.
All right, motherfucker. She won't talk.
That's the difference between someone who really is like, I'm gonna take advantage of this situation. This could be my one and only shot.
She's hungry.
Versus someone who's like, it doesn't matter what I do. I ain't gonna lose my job. It's all good.
I can half-ass this.
See, you got Joel going now. So you're gonna save it now. You got him going.
Let it go.
In case you missed it. Joakim Noah has signed with the Grizzlies for the rest of the season.
Really?
Yeah, the 33-year-old free agent was waived by the Knicks earlier this year.
About time.
$37.8 million left on his deal.
Fuck.
Noah's new contract with Memphis is reportedly worth a prorated $1.7 million.
That's a good deal.
Well, with the buyout, I mean, he'll be all right.
I know, right? You ain't gonna go hungry.
Yeah, he'll be all right.
Hey, what's up with Memphis,
ain't getting
bro?
food
What's
stamps
up with
anytime
Memphis?
soon.
That's not a bad team.
A week and a half ago, it was the top of the Western Conference.
No, that's
right now in the Western Conference.
No, Memphis ain't shit.
No, but listen.
Why? Why is it Memphis shit?
Listen, between the one,
Oh, they are shit.
between the 1 and the 4 team seed, only 5 games separated.
Right.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's how crazy it is. Right now in the West.
Fucking Clippers are balling.
Did I not call that?
No,
you
you
called the
didn't.
Clippers saying the worst team in the league.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't call the
You
Clippers.
didn't call that at all.
I didn't call the Clippers.
saying?
I called the Western Conference being, is it,
Competitive?
No, I
said 1-2 and then the rest of the teams all the way down.
Between like, I remember saying between 4 and through like 11, 12 was going to be like that. Because I mentioned that, OKC and San Antonio could battle out the 4 and 5th, but who knows now?
And then you
By
got
the way,
the Rockets. The Rockets are one of the worst teams in the West right now.
Yeah. By the way, did you see,
I mean, they're not nowhere near Phoenix, but
What up, Tim? They just waved Isaiah Cannon. Oh no!
Oh,
Point guard.
Phoenix got that basement
what's
on
up,
lock.
tables here? Give us Devin Booker, bitch.
Devin Booker. Fucking Tim would be on the ledge.
I've never
Imagine
seen
that
someone
shit.
so excited.
Celtics trade
To
the
see
Sacramento
Tyson-
first round pick
to see
and
Tyson
Terry
Chandler.
Rozier for Devin Booker.
Straight up.
Tim would lose his shit.
We need to do the Tim what Joel used to do to me back in 2005 when every other week he'd be like, yo, is you here, bro? This is before social media. And what are you talking about, yo? Paul Pierce, bro. It's going to Charlotte. Like, what?
Pops make you do that. Because you
Yo,
get so upset.
always mess with me. Like, send me a text message. Do you know what it's like when you don't have social media or anything and you have to run to a fucking desktop and do a Google search on Paul Pierce to find out if this motherfucker got traded or not? Like, yo, that's a fucked up game, bro.
Yo,
The summer of 2005.
Your dad made you do that?
Yeah, you guys are sick. You and dad.
Aren't you more humble now?
Sick joke. It's not cool.
Get
All right?
everything at your fingertips there, Sway.
Yeah.
No.
No.
You're more humble now because of it.
If you play a game like that nowadays, that's like a good 10-second joke. Back then, it could be 2 hours. I'm thinking Paul Pierce not a member of the Celtics anymore.
Some shit out like that. The first comment is source.
Lies. You're lying.
False. Take this down.
One Google search by the fucking.
But somehow,
at your fingertips, you'll find out in 5 seconds whether that's true.
Everyone still falls for the fake fucking Adrian Wojnarowski fucking accounts.
Yeah, and
Every once in a while.
like 2 followers and no one just sees Wojnarowski. That's messed up.
So one time you guys had me. I thought he was going. I thought he was in New Orleans. I was like, Paul's gone. It's a wrap.
But back
Fucking
to the Western Conference talk for a little bit.
Danny Ainge ain't shit. That's what I was thinking.
That's why these picks that the Celtics have from the Clippers, Memphis, and
They'll be alright.
and Kings don't look so appealing right now.
They'll be
They
alright,
are gonna move it. I'm not saying they will, but just saying.
Yeah, I don't know, man. If it's
No,
a top
but
10
like
pick
the Kings-
at
the
this
Kings
point,
are
if it's a
actually
top 10
trying.
pick, I'll be happy.
But they'll be
The
alright.
Kings are actually trying.
I think they'll be alright though.
And the Clippers are gonna fucking make the playoffs.
Seriously.
It's early.
All right. Well,
See what a nice 10-game losing streak.
well,
Hold on.
That's a lot.
See what a nice 10-game losing streak will do for those teams. You know what I mean?
In case you missed it, Giannis Antetokounmpo has apologized for saying that he would punch Knicks guard Mario Hezonja in the nut following him getting dunked on.
He's only got one nut?
Because he said he was only going to punch him in one nut. That's what he said. One. There wasn't no S.
Does he only have one nut?
No, I don't know. I'm just saying.
He's going to put the left to the right.
I remember I had a kid in high school that only had one nut.
Right. Well, the reason why he said that because he got stepped over.
All right. Well, the reason why he said
in a recent game.
No, it's a big deal.
At Madison Square Garden.
He's only got one nut. That means the other one's
shut the fuck up.
All right.
Greek Freak says he knows he has children that look up to him. He says he has to choose his words more carefully.
Does he have children?
You can't have kids punching others in the nuts.
Yeah, why would you
time out?
Why would you even say something like that? Why? Because you got dunked on? And honestly, can we admit that it wasn't like a full like poster?
Well, he tried to block him.
Yeah, it was.
No, wait, time out.
That wasn't even the embarrassing part. The embarrassing part is that he stepped over.
I don't have a problem.
It wasn't a full step over though.
I don't have a problem with
Well, then that's why you shouldn't have reacted.
This wasn't a Ty Lue Allen Iverson thing.
No, Antetokounmpo should say I'm going to punch somebody in the nuts. I like that shit.
Of course.
Or nut. Singular nut. Yeah. Meaning that, Mario Hezonja, you probably have a testicular problem that allows you to have one nut.
See, only Sean would take it to the next. Look deeper.
Did he say nuts or nut?
He said nuts.
He said nuts.
No one has ever in my life, probably at least 30 to 40 times someone has said, I'm gonna punch this dude in the nuts.
Yeah, but you know what it is?
And I've never had one person say,
obviously,
I'm gonna punch this dude in the nut.
English is obviously not his first language, and let's face it, I mean, people struggle with plurals, you know?
But,
so he probably meant nuts.
But
fair.
Probably meant nuts.
Does Mario Hezonja have one nut? I think that's something we need to investigate.
You go ahead and you tell me next episode.
No, I'm not going to do it. I just want the media out there.
Ever in the locker room. Those are the kind of questions he would ask.
Clearly, you're more invested in this than I am.
I love how that was the only bucket he made all night.
I love how that's the only thing Sean took away from this.
The one nut thing.
The one nut thing.
Does he have one or two nuts?
That's a question for next week. Tune in next week, guys, and we'll find this out. In case you missed it. Terry Rozier, also known around here.
D Rose for three!
As Scary Terry, or
from
as
Draper.
Especially during the playoff battle with Eric Bledsoe.
No, call him Drew. Gotta call him Drew.
Is being sued by the makers of the Scream mask for copyright infringement.
Man, that's some shit. That's some shit.
The last time I checked.
That's some shit.
Like, those t-shirts aren't made by...
Not made by Terry.
Not made by Terry, so I don't know why Terry's getting sued.
It's because he's rocking them, which I don't think it's fair, but it's because of that. If he never wore a single shirt, it wouldn't be a thing.
No, but that's not
Puma's got his back.
That's not the image. I hope so. That's not the image though that's being circulated around. It's him on media day when he wore the mask. That picture's being circulated around.
Yo, that wasn't even him. That was because of
that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
NBC Sports Boston. They wanted him to do all that.
No, at the end of the day, just find everyone that wears a fucking Scream mask for Halloween. Yo, sue everybody.
Do you guys know the reason why they cram all the media into that little fucking spot in Canton where it literally looks like you're in the break room of a work office and you're holding press conferences is because they want to use all that equipment for all the special video effects and all the stuff that they put in between the games, like all that, the green screen stuff, all because of green screen stuff. Because they have top of the line, I should say state of the art equipment there that they want to use. That's the only reason why we have media day there.
Well, again, Terry's not making money off this stupid mask, so it's stupid. And by the way, the song that they use now is that like Dunkin' Donuts commercial song, like it sounds like Semi-Pro, a song from like Will Ferrell's movie. Back.
Oh yeah, you're right.
It's awful. It's an awful song.
I do like the.
I don't know why they wouldn't stick to that.
That was great.
I don't get it.
Well,
yeah. Well,
probably Abby Chin's fault.
That's it for this edition of In Case You Missed It. It's been a while, so follow us on all social media at Causeway Street.
Joel, it's been a great couple episodes having you back, bruh.
So, I appreciate that. Oh, before I forget, big congrats to you, Sean, on the engagement of you and your lady.
The old ball and chain now.
Taking the plunge. Good for you, brother. Good for you.
Yeah, man. It's as much, I'll even admit.
It's been quite a year for you, my man.
Yeah. 2018's been the year. 2018's been the year.
See, that's why folks, y'all want to get at him, but guess what? He's probably doing better than y'all in life in general. So fuck y'all.
Oh shit! Yeah, trade Jaylen Brown, baby.
Congrats, bruh.
This is my year, motherfucker.
This wedding though.
Just one game.
Yeah, we going to
This wedding right here though.
I know. Yeah,
Going
we
to
going,
DR?
we going nuts. We going nuts. We going nuts on the wedding.
Hold on, no, we're going
Causeway's
nuts?
going
Oh,
international.
we're going nuts.
Well, I'm inviting Mario Hezonja, so we're only gonna go nuts. All right, we're only gonna go nuts.
Gonna be crazy. I can't wait. But yo, bro, congrats, man. Congrats.
Thanks, man.
It's gonna be awesome.